Sheesh. You really are something. Thank you? You guys are both very dumb.
Precious. Your precious mithril.
What about the victim's family? The Yoshimi family is from Kitasenju in Adachi City, but Hajime's parents died a long time ago. He lived there all alone. No siblings or anything. I went to his house a few times for drinks. I was surprised. It's this huge, old-looking place. Like, you know, the kind of place that seems super haunted. And he lived there alone? It looked like the home of an old noble family. It was hard to imagine him being such a delinquent living in a house like that. There's that bias I was talking about. If he's from an old family, I'm sure things were complicated. That's a bias, too. He never talked about any of that, even when we were drunk, so I don't know much about it.
Or he did, and you don't remember because you were drunk.
Oh, one more thing. Yeah. Hajime was engaged. He'd been seeing his fiancée ever since they were in school, over 10 years. They just started talking about getting married. What was her name again? He showed me a picture once. She was a beautiful woman. That's so. How terrible for her. But she may know if there had been anything going on with him lately. We should speak to her. Yeah, his fiancée may have been his only confidant. I'm sure someone at the Sumida Police Department has already contacted her. I'll look into it tomorrow.
Oh, we're not going to meet her tonight. Okay.
Ah, hey boss. I looked into the case that Hajime was running. Oh, great. Great. That's the kind of stuff I want to know. What was Hajime working on the day he died? Well, according to his report from the day before, he had 2 cases involving juveniles. Uh-huh. The first was the suicide of a high school girl who jumped off a building in Kamezawa last week.
Oh, I bet that's Mio.
Mio? You don't think it's Yako's friend?
Yeah, Mio was the name of Yako's friend.
Okay.
When Yako died, that's the name she cried
Oh, that's
out.
right. Okay, yeah. Ah, yeah, I did hear about that. The girl's name was Michiyo Shiraishi. She was a second-year student at Kamagata High School. But it seems as though Hajime had contact with her even before this incident. So she'd been in trouble for some time. That's the thing. About a month ago, he happened to see her walking around town. She looked upset, so he struck up a conversation with her. He was sure there was something bothering her, but she wouldn't tell him what. Must have been trouble at home. That's what he thought too. It seems he visited her home and spoke to her parents, but they said there was no problem, so there was nothing else he could do. And now she's dead. Then it's possible he could have prevented her suicide then. He must have been devastated. And that's why he was looking into Michiyo Shiraishi again. He must have thought that something terrible had happened that drove her to end her life. But ultimately, he never reported the findings of his investigation. I see. And you're thinking that it might have had something to do with his death. We'll have to find out what it is Hajime discovered. Right. Let's check with the Sumida Police Department about that tomorrow, too. Bold of you to assume one of us survives the night.
One or both.
And what was the other case he was working on? This one is also related to a Kamagata High School student. A troublemaker named Hitomi Okuda. She seems to be the leader of a group of kids who get up to no good. Juvenile delinquency. Fun.
Yankee.
She was pretty bad for a while. Multiple charges of destruction of property, assault and battery, you name it. Hajime had been working with her for about 6 months, and she was finally starting to open up. Then, he met with the girl the day he died. Well, every school's got its problems. But I'm sure he'd be worried about how she'd get on without him. Right. Just when she'd finally found an adult she could trust. She might act out without someone to help her get. She might act out without someone to help her get through this. We'll have to make sure the Sumida Community Safety Bureau does their job. But we can't rule out the possibility that meeting with this delinquent girl had something to do with his death. Then we'll have to interview her too. Ah, yes, you're right.
Eclipse.
She may have been the last person to see him alive after all. I'll ask Sumida to introduce us tomorrow. Though, who knows if they'll actually let us talk with her. That's what we hired you for. Lay a little boyish charm on them if they need convincing. Yeah, I'm sure they prefer me over a scary-looking old man like you, boss. Watch it. I'm still your superior. You ought to act like you respect me, at least. Oh, I thought I was.
No.
Oh, you were? Shit, is that just how your generation speaks? You really are a new breed.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Fucking kids and your fucking cell phones and your Hot Topic and your...
It's the 80s. Your kids with your Nintendos and your dance halls.
Yeah.
It's probably just me, actually. Well, don't think you can get away with that with other people. So, anyways, boss. Were you even listening? We've got quite a bit to look into tomorrow. Better get home and get some sleep.
Yeah.
First, the 2 Komagata High School cases that Hajime was handling, and we need to speak with his fiancée as well. I believe that's it for tomorrow.
Damn, 3 women?
That's so much!
That's 3 whole women.
Case notes regarding the death of Hajime Yoshimi, officer with the Sumida Police. Alright, body found at former Yasuda Gardens, estimated time of death 2 days prior at approximately 11 a.m. Cause of death, acute heart failure, cause unknown. Signs of a struggle found at the scene, efforts to locate witnesses underway. Body discovered by groundskeeper. Currently investigating the fiancé of the deceased and 2 female students from Komagata High School that the deceased had contact with as persons of interest. So, heart failure. So, he got death noted.
He got death noted. Light Yagami, I knew it!
It's Light Yagami! As for the cause of death, we won't know until the autopsy is done. From what we've seen, though, it appeared to be some kind of acute heart failure.
Yeah, look, he's clutching his chest and everything.
Yeah. But since he had no record of chronic illness and had no visible wounds, it's possible that poison or drugs could have been involved. Dying in the middle of the park like that, it certainly seems suspicious. We found signs of a struggle at the scene, as well as footprints belonging to an unidentified individual. We've got people trying to identify those prints. If we can find out who they belong to, we might be able to figure this whole thing out. Yes, wouldn't that be nice if that were the end of it? The only things Hajime had on him were his badge and his wallet in his pockets. So we can rule out a mugging. Because, you know, muggers routinely get their victims with acute heart failure.
Yep.
Though there probably though there probably aren't many people who think to try mugging a cop as big as him. I've also heard that Hajime got into a fair few fights in his younger days. He started judo once he became an officer and rose up the ranks quickly. Sounds like the perp would have had to have been pretty strong to take on Hajime.
Okay, so that was 2 days prior. And as far as we know, the curse mark activates tonight at midnight.
Our curse mark. One of them. We don't know if any others were activated beforehand.
Well, several others did.
Right.
That was the thing that fucking Agent Smith was saying.
Right, and he was trying to collect them.
And I suppose it's possible. Yeah, for his wizard.
Yeah. Huh. I'm now trying to remember the timeline exactly. So it was a couple of nights ago is when things started popping off, right?
No. So right now, these 2 are having this conversation at the same time as Yoko and Shigo in the park.
Oh, okay.
Like, this is happening concurrently to the Yoko scene.
Okay. All
Can
right.
we look at the timeline from
Um,
here? There's got to be a way to pull it up and look at it.
story chart.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Hold on.
Oh. I
Alright.
want to look at it now.
We'll look at it after we're done here. But, like, I'm still trying to... Okay. Because I think that's what's throwing me is just the timeline. So this...
Yeah,
so
I'm
this is
pretty sure...
This is happening concurrent to the thing with Yoko and Shogo, you said.
Yes.
Okay.
Based on what I remember of the storyboard timeline thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they both started around then, but, like... I'm just trying to think, like... The fact that they're lined up at the beginning doesn't necessarily mean... Like, this is no dates. Doesn't necessarily mean
Right.
they're happening at the same day. That's just the start of their story. Alright, let's keep going.
I don't know. I feel like that if that were the case, I feel like that would be, like, bad design.
Maybe, yeah.
Because if you're trying to weave an interconnected story, you should put all of the points, like, use the same points for everything.
Okay, yeah, no, you're right.
You know?
You're right.
Okay, yeah.
Time of death was around 11 p.m. 2 days ago, outside of the park's operating hours, of course. His body was found early in the morning yesterday.
Oh, so he'd been rotting for a day.
Yeah. 11 p.m. the day before yesterday. What was Hajime doing out here at that time in the first place? That's the question, isn't it? The entrance to the park is closed after hours, but it's a small gate that'd be fairly easy for him to get through if he really wanted to.
Because he's so small, he's so lithe
Yeah.
and agile.
That would, of course, be breaking and entering, but what do you think, boss? I think someone called him here.
I think someone called him here, yeah.
It's hard to imagine a cop like Hajime would trespass for no reason. And since it seemed like someone else was here with him, could they have called him here? Oh, that does seem likely. They must have been talking about something pretty sensitive to come here in the middle of the night. So Hajime met someone here to discuss something in secret. And then they got into a fight? No, that wouldn't match the cause of death. There were no wounds on the body that would indicate a spontaneous scuffle. The perp must have planned something. Then you think it was meditated? That would mean they called Hajime to the park with the intent to kill him. Well, there is still the possibility that was just some kind of accident. Maybe the perp tried to threaten Hajime and things went south from there.
He's such a delicate flower, he had a heart attack.
He's such a wilting lily that he got spooked and fell over. We should be able to get a clear picture once we know exactly what killed him. Right. But either way, I'm so glad you're back in the First Division, boss. I've always admired your work. You were like a god to me.
Like a senpai, even.
You were the whole reason I became a detective in the first place.
Ah.
Yeah, about that.
A little hero worship, huh?
People have been saying that ever since you first entered the academy, but, yes, that's because it's true. I couldn't believe you got transferred out of the first just as I was assigned to it. So getting to work a case like this now, just the two of us, is a dream come true. Happy as I am to hear that, well, how should I put it? What is it? I'm retiring. If that's true, I'm not sure you've been showing me the appropriate amount of respect. Huh? But I do respect you. Don't tell me you're going senile, boss. That's exactly what I'm talking about, when you run your mouth like that. It's getting late, you must be sleepy.
Let's get you home, Grandpa.
Don't worry, boss. I'll make sure we get out of here soon. Yeah, I get it. Damn kids. With your pogs and your jumping jacks.
And your Game Boys.
And your Nintendos and your Tetrises. I've been wowed by your shrewd detecting abilities all day today. Oh, oh really? Funny, I've been wowed by you too.
Aww.
wowed by how ridiculous you are. On the topic
How
of...
disrespectful.
I'm wowed by how disrespectful you are to your supposed hero. On the topic of family, what's yours like, boss? The hell is wrong with you, prying into my personal life all of a sudden? I just want to know.
He pokes fingers together.
It's just, I've never heard you talk about them or anything. Oh, are you single? Shut it. That's none of your business.
You're single. That's fine. We can fix that. I'm single too.
Well, ever since I joined the force, I've been thinking. The department really pressures young officers to get married. I wonder why that is. You don't say anything like that, though. How should I know? I came to the pressure myself and got married 20-some years ago.
Oh no.
Huh? So then... God, you're relentless. She took our daughter and left 4 years ago. Thanks for reminding me.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He wanted to be married to his work, but he had to be married to someone else, and then she got sick of it.
Oh no.
Is there a journal entry for Tsutsumi? I'm just curious.
Let's find out. Yep. The gruff police detective that Shogo Okie met. That's all there is. I mean, we'll probably get more as we progress.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't believe she'd give up a guy like you. Hey, let's go to a bar. I'll be your wingman. I was never home much. Too focused on work.
I love how I called that.
Yeah, of course. I'd come home late only to get called right back out again. Plus, being a cop is dangerous work. I don't blame her for getting fed up with it all. How sad, especially when you're out here putting your life on the line. Oh, is that why you transferred out of the first? ... It was already too late by then. You better be careful, Ario. You say that, but there's not much I can do, is there? That's the nature of our job. There aren't many who can really understand it, not unless they're involved with police work themselves or related to someone who is. But, wait, you have a daughter, boss? You really think I want to talk about it after all that? Have some sense. Come on, I promise I don't mean this the way it sounds, but how old is she? Thin ice, Ario! Thin ice! Jeez, you don't know when to quit, do you? At least try not to look so intrigued. She's a bit rough around the edges. I think most men are intimidated by her. Last I heard, she's living by herself and going to college. Wow, a college student. Men love an educated lady. Aria.
Oh my god, Ario.
He's just, you can see the neurons firing like, I want to be son-in-law, I want to be son-in-law.
Yeah.
Stop that. What kind of cop are you, making baseless assumptions like that? She's living on her own, though? Huh, you must worry about her. Worry? I don't even know where she lives. Oh, so she hasn't told you. Probably because she knows you'd follow her around everywhere. I would not, I don't think. Come on now, we both know that's not true. Listen here. You may look like a mean old man, but you sure have a soft side. He just keeps going.
I know. He's so dumb.
What? Is that supposed to be a compliment? I can't keep up with you. We're done talking about this. No, we're not.
Oh, no, we're not.
Oh, that reminds me. If you got married 20 years ago, it must have been right around the Nejima murder. You know your history. Yeah, that happened a year or two after our wedding. You were the one who arrested the killer, weren't you? We studied that case at the academy. Oh my
god.
I was only in elementary school at the time, but I still remember people talking about some dangerous criminal getting arrested. All that was just cracking the case, finding the guy. It was all just happenstance.
You know, regular police work.
I'd really rather not think about it. It was a disturbing case. Did it not make your skin crawl when you learned about it at the academy? It did. We were all terrified. I'm into it. Sounds about right. No one could believe that such a mild-mannered man could have committed such a terrible murder.
Oh, we're talking about Emio?
I guess. If we had overlooked one little thing, we may never have caught him at all. I think I remember hearing there was only one charge brought against him in the end. That's right. We didn't have the evidence. I knew there was no way such a meticulously planned crime could have been there first, but... We may have stuck Fumichika Nejima in a cell, but it was no victory. He always had the upper hand. And all the damage he did to everyone involved, especially the victim's classmates. It's already been 20 years, huh? God damn it. This is why I try not to think about it.
I hear you, Tsutsumi.
I'm sorry. Ooh. The Nejima murders. Okay, this is... I want to know what they were talking about. A notorious case from over 2 decades ago involving the murder of a female high school student. It first came to the attention of the authorities when part of a human left hand was discovered floating in the Sumida River. Testing revealed it to belong to a missing female high school student. As it appeared to have been severed deliberately, the police launched a murder investigation. A large-scale search of the river was organized, but the highly polluted state of the water made this impossible. Visibility was poor, the stench was intense, and the divers quickly fell ill. They succeeded in recovering only the victim's head and what appeared to be part of her leg before the search was called off. At the time of the incident, the Sumida River was as polluted as it had ever been. Neither fish nor shellfish could survive in it, eventually causing the annual fireworks festival to be called off indefinitely.
This would have been in the 1960s
60s.
if it was 20 years ago. Yeah.
Over the course of the search, the police discovered a number of unidentified human bones. This caused a stir among the public as several other young women had gone missing in recent years in the Tokyo area, and it was feared that they may have fallen victim to the same fate. Forensic technologies at the time, however, were not advanced enough to determine the identities of the deceased, and so the police were unable to open any inquiries. Due to the overwhelming lack of circumstantial evidence, the investigation ground to a halt until a hitherto unrelated individual came to its attention. During a questioning about a separate incident, Fumichika Nejima, a 36-year-old shop owner with no relation to the victim, divulged details about her that had never been released to the general public. An investigation into his background was conducted, leading to his arrest. Nejima testified he had snatched his victim from the street and confined her in the underground storeroom of his shop, which also served as his living quarters. He chose her for no special reason, but simply decided she was an opportune target on seeing her walking alone at night. After keeping her locked up for several days, he restrained her, sewed her mouth shut, and severed her fingers and toes with a box cutter, while she was still conscious. As she screamed silently behind her sealed lips, he proceeded to her wrists, her ankles, her elbows, her knees, working his way inwards slowly and methodically. His victim constantly wavered in and out of consciousness. Her ordeal continued until she died of blood loss. Jesus Christ!
Wow.
Nejima dismembered the rest of her body and disposed of it behind his home in the Sumida River before cleaning his storeroom and returning to his everyday routine as if nothing had happened. The brutality of his actions shocked the nation when they were eventually reported. Once apprehended, Nejima readily divulged the details of the murder, but was less willing to explain his motive. When asked, he would only break down in tears, saying, "I don't know what came over me. I know it was wrong." In the end, the police could extract nothing more from him than expressions of remorse. Although the efficiency of his methods strongly suggested that he committed similar crimes in the past, no corroborating evidence ever came to light. Nejima was sentenced to life in prison at his first hearing. The sentence was imposed with no appeal from the defendant. Huh.
There weren't any mysteries like that, were there?
That was my first thought. Like, this kind of sound... Like, the fact that he didn't know what he was doing made me think of, like, what was going on with Shogo.
Right.
Huh. So, all this occult stuff, have you heard about it, boss?
Oh, thank God for Ario and his cute little duck lips.
What are you talking about? This Rite of Resurrection thing that everyone's talking about. No, not you two! I've been hearing about that shit everywhere. Oh, you have? That's surprising. Who cares what people are talking about? It's got nothing to do with our job. But don't you think the occult stuff with this case feels, I don't know, realer somehow? The whole thing started right here in Honjo in Sumida City, so I thought that maybe... Cut it out! Nothing good could come of getting involved with that rite of whatever or that record of fates. Sounds like you know all about it. Ugh, damn it. Boss, are you secretly into the occult? Stop that. Seriously, this isn't a joke. I get why you'd be intrigued by something called the Rite of Resurrection after a buddy of yours died, but, bringing the dead back to life, that's the stuff of fantasy. It's not real. So don't go hoping for miracles, got it? I got a bad feeling about this case, and my gut's really wrong. I knew this would be a treacherous case from the moment we were dragged into it. This is where the victim was found. It's clean now. It almost feels like nothing happened here at all. But once an incident like this has come to pass, there's no going back. Not that knowing that is any consolation. The former Yasuda Gardens here in Yokohama Ichome were originally built as part of a daimyo's estate back in the Edo period. The park became city property a number of years ago and underwent extensive renovations. There's not a soul around at this time of night. Quiet doesn't even begin to describe it. Well, boss, I think that about does it. Right, let's call it for tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, God!
Oh, no.
Oh, God, what is that? Huh? Boss? What's wrong? Don't tell me you're going senile. Oh, damn it. It was that case all along. Boss?
It is no rumor. Believe me. See the truth.
Boss, what is it? Is there something over there? Yeah! Such deep sorrow. Oh. Kill them. Kill them! Those who spread lies. Kill them all. You have acquired the power of the cursed stone, the Evergreen Beach. You can use it to kill those who intentionally try to mislead you. Oh! What? That's awesome!
Oh, wow.
This is JoJo's. These are all stand abilities. Endings during superstition. Once upon a time in North Okurabashi, a beautiful beech tree stood in the garden of Lord Shinden's residence, now known as the former Yasuda Gardens. It was so impressive that the house became known among the people as the beach residence. Somehow, no one had ever seen a single leaf fall from the tree. As rumors spread of the eternally green... Yeah, okay, we read this all before. Oh, here we go. A cursed power. Kills by hanging one who tries to mislead the curse bearer with false statements. Oh my god. If that were a real thing right now, I'd be able to use the Rite of Resurrection like 5 times a day. A resentful memory. He deceived us with his so-called Rite of Resurrection. The man who tricked the people with his false dark arts swings from a rope. They thought the man had escaped the previous night, but oddly enough, he was found hanging in the garden of the daimyo's mansion that morning. The man, a local named Jinkichi, was known for his kind temperament and skill in crafting Netsuke clasps. While his life wasn't always easy, he was optimistic, the type to smile through whatever life threw at him. He was the kind of man who would take care of those who didn't have anyone else to rely on. The prosperity of that ukiyo boom brought the prosperity that the ukiyo boom brought must have been what fanned the flames of his greed. The old craftsman was found in a miserable state, as if sentenced to some cruel fate. Perhaps he'd ended his own life, unable to bear the weight of his crime. But dead men tell no tales, and the people thought of him as a bad man even in death. He hung there for days till his neck stretched horrifically, a visage of pain still etched on his face. It was clear he must have struggled greatly as he died, his flesh marked with dark scars with a rope wrapped around his whole body. The beech tree's leaves do not fall, and neither did the man's body hanging from it. As the mansion's owner was not at home, another unfortunate event. The people held their tongues, fearing divine punishment, but the rumors persisted nonetheless. Oh, God. Ugh. Murderous impulse seeps into my soul like thick black tar. Now, kill. Can you hear it, curse bearer? You who so strongly desires the right. Wait, why would he desire the right?
Yeah.
Huh.
Interesting.
Kill them. Boss! Boss! That fucking... Boss? What's the matter? Don't tell me you really went senile. Sorry. I'm fine. Ario. Yes? I have some bad news. Oh no, your senility's kicking in, isn't it? No, we got a bit of trouble on our hands. Looks like we'll be working some overtime. We're not going home tonight. Huh? What are you talking about?
But, yeah, let's look up at
Okay.
at Shogo's timeline. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, okay. You were right.
And then when did he encounter the cops?
It would have been around here.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like around here.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's keep going with this.
Okay, yeah.
The Hunt for the Curse Bearers, Part 1. Summary of previous events. Tsutsumi and Jun are sorting through the facts of this... sorting through the facts that scene of Officer Hajime Yoshimi's mysterious death. Tsutsumi denies the existence of the Rite of Resurrection until the curse echo of the Evergreen Beach appears before them. Tetsuo Tsutsumi, 12 a.m. Okay, so let me get this straight, boss. The Rite of Resurrection really exists. And to use it, you have to kill people using the power of curses from the Seven Mysteries of Honjo. And the curse you have is from the story of the Evergreen Beach that's told in this area. Is that right? Yeah, pretty much. You're quick on the uptake. You weren't your usual silly self when you were explaining, so I knew you were telling the truth. I'm never silly.
Yeah.
The only thing I have trouble believing is that you're taking this occult stuff seriously now. I mean, talk about paranormal. I thought you didn't believe in any of that. It's not that I don't believe in it. My familiarity with it is why I've tried not to get too close. Are you just being a sore loser? Not used to admitting you were wrong? Oh, shut up and listen to me. No point in trying to hide things anymore. We won't get anywhere if you don't understand this, so listen up. Please, just listen. I need a drink, hold on. You don't have to keep saying it, I'm listening.
Listen!
No, but seriously, listen. We don't have time to waste, we'll talk as we walk. Hey, wait for me, boss! Oh my god.
Walks away.
What is this music?
It's buddy cop music.
It's 80s buddy cop music.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe his wife's actually dead. You're right, Hillary. I love this soundtrack. Sorry, I just want to double check one thing. You're telling the truth, right? This isn't a side effect of your senility? It's
Oh my god, Edio, please.
It's the truth. Not like I can prove it, though. I'm sure you already know this, but this is all top secret. Not sharing it with anyone. Right, you can trust me not to. I wonder if I'm gonna have to kill Ario.
Oh no.
But, no, I just can't believe it. I heard rumors that you used to be a member of a secret division attached to the Security Bureau. I can't believe... What? I can't believe we actually have a department called Paranormal Affairs. Yeah, I'm a ghost cop. What do you want? Yeah, I'm sure it comes as a shock. I couldn't believe it myself. I thought the higher-ups were messing with me. Really had me worried for a while there. No, this is incredible! That's the whole reason I became a cop. I was always fascinated by secret agencies and stuff. You serious? But thinking about it, it totally makes sense. If curses and spirits really do exist, then of course we need a special department to protect citizens from them. You seem a bit too eager to believe all this. And hang on, I thought you joined up because of me. Come on, boss, do you only have one favorite food? You can like more than one thing.
I like how I compared him to food.
Yeah, whatever. In any case, the official stance is that the supernatural doesn't exist, so Paranormal Affairs operates in secret. Still not sure why they stuck me there. Those 4 years were nothing but cases involving the supernatural. Ooh. Although officially called the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department Security Division Special Security Unit, Paranormal Affairs Bureau, it is more commonly referred to simply as Paranormal Affairs.
Yeah, because that first thing was a mouthful.
That's a lot! Only a handful of people know of its existence, even within the police force. As the name suggests, it specializes in the investigation and resolution of cases involving paranormal phenomena. Since the existence of paranormal phenomena is not public knowledge, nor is it readily believed by the general population, the Bureau's activities are conducted in the utmost secrecy. Currently, there are only 5 members, including the chief. The Bureau has a network of psychic contacts across the country who assist with their cases, including Mio Kurosuzu. The Bureau undertakes investigations into any suspicious stories that cross their desk, though the vast majority turn out to be hoaxes. Due to the sheer volume of cases, close-lipped, experienced detectives without paranormal abilities of their own, such as Tetsuo Tsutsumi, are sometimes assigned to investigate. The current chief of Paranormal Affairs is a man named Kuiru Nakagoshi. He was born to a family of psychics who have been involved in keeping the world safe from paranormal phenomena for generations, and has served as Mio Kurosuzu's mentor since discovering her. Kuiru is an elusive figure. Very few have met him in person, and he is rarely seen in the office. It is said that this is because he has often been the target of curses. However, some theorize that it is in fact because Kuiru is not actually of flesh and blood at all. His seat in his office is usually occupied by a Nue, a legendary creature found in Japanese folklore. The Nue resembles an ordinary white thrush and acts as Kuiru's messenger, leading to bizarre scenes of police officers earnestly reporting their findings to a bird. The term Nakagoshi case serves as a code name used to refer to cases under investigation by Paranormal Affairs. This is so cool.
Okay, so there is a character named Mio who's a psychic.
Right.
It's interesting because Yako's deceased friend's first name was Michio, which I thought it was weird. You could shorten that to Mio, but it would make more sense to shorten it to Michi or Chio.
Right.
Like, instead of using the first syllable and the last syllable, it would be like the first two or the whatever.
Yeah.
So I wonder if her apology to Mio was actually to the psychic.
Maybe.
Interesting. Also, because I think most games don't tend to name 2 different characters the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, we got another one.
Ooh.
Jun Ario, the fresh-faced police detective that Shogo Okie met at Midoricho Park. Jun is a young detective with the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department, 1st Investigative Division with the rank of sergeant. Jun encountered a curse echo while investigating the mysterious death of his colleague, Hajime Yoshimi, in the former Yasuda Gardens with Tetsuo Tsutsumi. When Tetsuo explained to him that the supernatural is real, he accepted this fact without a moment's hesitation and vowed to help his partner to solve the case, because he's a big fucking dummy.
He's a big dum-dum.
Born to a relatively well-off household, Jun developed a healthy sense of self-esteem and an optimistic outlook on life. Although watching action movies and detective series as a child instilled in him a desire to help those in need, it was the sight of Tetsuo Tatsumi, who was in charge of investigating a case Jun was involved in as a student, that truly inspired him to become a police officer. While Jun still maintains a strong respect for Tetsuo, he also gets much enjoyment out of making casual cracks to get a rise out of the veteran officer. As an adult, Jun continues to hold on to the faint hope that the world is as he pictured it in his youth, a thrilling place in which superhuman heroes do battle against secret evil organizations. He attended the police academy with Richter Kai. That's right, Richter. Who is now...
We can't forget about Richter.
Who is now a private investigator. The two initially became friendly when Jun found Richter holed up alone in the reference room, scouring over old crime data, and invited him to go bowling, a popular pastime during this era.
Precious. You know, it just occurred to me, Tetsuo Tsutsumi is a great Lalafell name.
Oh my god, you're right. The gruff police detective that Shogo Okie met at Midoricho Park. Tetsuo is a veteran detective with the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department, 1st Investigative Division. He was possessed by the Evergreen Beach Curse Echo while investigating the former Yasuda Gardens. Previously a member of the Secret Paranormal Affairs Bureau within the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department Security Division, he makes use of this experience to investigate the ongoing large-scale curse incident with his partner, Jun Erio. Rather than sitting behind a desk, Chief Inspector Tatsumi always worked in the field as he moved his way up the police force. Behind his stern face lies a compassionate man ever prepared to help his fellow officers. That same attentiveness to his work and colleagues, however, cost Tetsuo his marriage several years ago. Tetsuo has a penchant for candy and desserts, which he tries, but fails, to conceal from other officers at the risk of appearing soft. He delights in buying local sweets wherever he is sent to investigate a case, and would often volunteer to be dispatched to distant locations to acquire them while he was with the Paranormal Affairs Bureau. He is also surprisingly knowledgeable about current trends, a trait he puts down to investigation-related research, but which is actually spurred by his wish to have something to discuss with his daughter. Oh my god!
What a wholesome man.
Now compare this guy to the guy from Ghost Trick who's just like, no, I have to arrest myself and get executed to protect my daughter.
Yep. Yep. God, Ghost Trick, what a fucking wild ride.
Revealing the existence of a secret department is against the rules, even to a fellow cop. But this is an emergency. I need his help. I'll tell him. I'll tell him the whole shebang. The whole kit and caboodle.
Oh my goodness.
So, do you have it? Have what? Spirit sense, of course. Are you what they call spiritually gifted? Nope. Never felt anything at all. Not even a tickle in the old pickle.
I haven't felt anything there since my wife left me.
I haven't felt anything since my wife left me. I miss my wife, Tails. I miss her a lot.
Oh my god.
Even if I did, I'd be a lightweight at best. One beer and I'm down for the count. Oh, again with the...
What?
Oh. Huh.
This precious boy.
Is that how people in the field quantify someone's spirit sense? Like how much liquor they can handle? Nope, that's just me. Thought it'd help get the point across.
Oh my god. Is this just gonna be like a fucking thing
Yeah.
across all the stories?
I hope so.
I sure hope so.
Oh, huh. Sorry, seems like I keep disappointing you. No, it's not your fault, boss.
No, I'm disappointed.
I'm so disappointed. At the risk of disappointing you yet again, I'll tell you one more thing. Spirit sense is usually something you're born with. It's tough to develop it later on. What? So there's no hope for me? No. Say it isn't so. I wanted to be Psychic Cop. Of course you were interested. Well, you never know. You may have some hidden potential. I know there's a high schooler who's got so much spirit sense that she works on the front lines. I say work, but she wasn't paid because it was supposedly part of a training. Yikes. That's...
Also, she's a girl, and we don't like paying women anything.
We don't pay women. It's the 80s. Yikes, that seems like it'd be in violation of Article 69 nice of the Labor Standards Act. Wow, you really know the law. No comment. Even the occult field has workers' rights issues, huh? What is the point of this conversation? So, what do we do now? We've got this Rite of Resurrection and the curse echoes of the Seven Mysteries of Honjo. The curse is being spread out around the city is a bit of an emergency. It's that bad? I'll put it this way. It's like handing out guns all over town.
Oh, that's fine. We do that all the time in America.
Jeez, that's real bad. It is. So we need to find the source and put a stop to it before something terrible happens. Usually that'd be a job for Paranormal Affairs, but I talked to them on our way here. The main team is tied up till tomorrow night. So they told me...
Did you talk to them on the way here?
I probably called them. With a payphone.
Did he stop at a payphone?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
I mean, cell phones existed in the 80s. They were just huge and unwieldy.
I know. And look at how, like, nicely that guy's outfit fits him. Like, there's no way there's a cell phone hidden under there.
Maybe they went to the car. Maybe he has a car phone. Those were a thing in the 80s, too, especially in Japan.
Oh, that's true. Or like a radio.
Like a radio,
which would make more sense. Okay, okay.
So they told me to deal with it myself. Said it'd be fine since I have some experience. Huh? What? Then that overtime you mentioned means... Yup, you're gonna help me, partner.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this! You seem a bit too eager to dive into all this. You really have no reservations working on a case you know nothing about? You said this was an emergency. I didn't think we had a choice. I'm just trying to be logical about this, boss.
Also, you already told me everything.
You really are something. It might actually be nice having you around. Why, thank you. Ario's just like, yes, gonna get it good, gonna marry your daughter. Yeah! So, what exactly...
Why aim for the daughter? Why not just marry the dad?
Right? He's single.
Yeah, he's single.
So, what exactly do we do? If these curses are connected to the Seven Mysteries, then the people who have the others should all be here in town. Right, if there's 7 of them, that means there are 6 more out there. We have to stop them all before they kill anyone with their curses. If we can, we should find and collect all the curse stones. But, boss, from what you said earlier, killing a curse bearer gets you closer to completing the Rite of Resurrection. Won't your life be in danger if they find out you're a curse bearer? Pretty much. What is this face?
He looks so done.
We can't let that happen.
I feel this man. I feel this man in my soul.
He might be my spirit animal.
Seriously.
Should you even be out here right now? Hiding would only be a waste of time. The mystery of the one-sided reed is associated with Ryogoku Bridge. I was hoping we'd be quick enough to run into the one-sided reed's curse bearer. No such luck, it seems. Well, if nothing else, maybe word will spread that the cops are on the lookout and people will behave. That's putting a lot of trust in whoever these other people are. But it's possible that other curse bearers with the same idea will come here. Talk to anyone you see who seems suspicious. That means someone who may have the power of a curse. Understood. I'm on the case.
Who's that?
Why don't I ask the guy who's been watching us this whole time? Oh, is that Shogo? What do you know? There's someone there. Good luck. Hey, you there. Sorry to bother you, but I've got some questions. I'm with the police.